Hey everyone, so we're cruising down one of the class 4 roads here in, I think we're on the Reddick Plymouth one. But anyways, what I want to talk about is the legal class 4 road and these little bypasses, not as extreme as I posted in the other video, but something like this off here to our left. So, you really just can't go through that. It's not the class 4 road, it's off trail, and doing stuff like that, besides it's bad for the community, what it's going to do is it's going to get you a ticket from a trooper or a game warden. And I'll tell you now, the troopers and the game wardens are out here. You may not see them, but they are out here. I cruise these trails on a regular basis. I cruise all over Vermont, and I'm telling you, game wardens and troopers are out here, and they will give you a ticket if you're doing something dumb, like going through the stuff that is off trail. Everyone, this is a great example of having to know what is a class 4 road and what isn't, because you can't really tell just by the road. So straight in front of us here is the legal class 4 road. Over here is a logging road and a vast trail. Now we can traverse on our vehicles on the class 4. We cannot go on these trails. So you really got to know where you are. You've got to be focusing on the maps, because that is private land, that could be state land, that's logging trails, could be a vast trail. Going on it is bad news. It can definitely get you a ticket via the game wardens. Now we're going to talk about some of the go-arounds that you see on the class 4 roads. We're out here, and this is what I can think the best example of why we shouldn't use them, and yet how they also look like the class 4 roads. So right now, the DPV is on the class 4 road. It's on top of the rocks. I'm going to come down and show you how it looks like it is a road, but it's not, and the reasons on why you guys can't use it. Really not you guys, everybody can't use it. See, this is one of the rare ones that actually has a sign, but this is not a class 4 road. This was, I don't want to see, people have been using this for years. It's an illegal detour. All right, here's the reasons on why we can't use this. First off, it's not the class 4 road. We can only legally use the vehicles on the class 4 roads because they can't be on batch trails. We can't be on logging trails without owner's permission. That's private lands. We can, and even on the state lands, we can only transit the state lands on the approved class 4 roads. You're not actually allowed to go off the class 4 roads. Even to pull off onto the side of the road on the state lands on certain areas is prohibited. Now this would bring up a whole other interesting thing. This would probably be considered a wetland. So not only could you get a ticket from the game warden for not being on the proper class 4 road, but you could face a massive fine from Agency of Natural Resources of Vermont for disturbing a wetland. And I can tell you now, that would be very bad and very expensive for anyone who does it. In today's world of video, the stuff gets out, doesn't matter what your intentions were. If you did it, you can get in trouble for it. So, moral of the story is with this stuff is, use the maps. Use the maps we give you. Or, better yet, go out with someone who knows, or go out with a guide service like Ridgeback, who knows Vermont class 4 roads, who knows what's legal and what's not. Get the proper education so you can go out and do it safely, and you can do it legally. Because if people haven't noticed, Vermont's class 4 roads are under threat. A certain group of the community would definitely like to see them go away, and without everyone looking after what we have and doing it 100% legally, they will go away. And I know people's argument is, what do the ATV community, the sci-bike community does? Well, they're facing the same problems. They want people to follow the same rules that we're trying to follow, so that way we have these. So the name game and blame game of pointing fingers at different communities isn't going to work. We all have to take the responsibility to look after what we have. So, again, stay on the class 4 roads. Please use the maps we give you. We pre-run them. We know they're open. They're good. They're all legal. And take advantage, as I said. Go out with people who know, because knowing is half the battle. That's what G.I. Joe taught me in the 80s. All right, thanks, everybody. That's another good point is, have a good attitude whenever you interact with people out on the trails. be it game wardens, troopers, landowners, or just other people you encounter on the trails, be it they're in vehicles, on foot, horses, bicycles, whatever. Not only are you representing yourself, you're representing the off-roading community, the overlanding community, the pilgrimage community, really everything we want to do out here. We want to keep doing this. I want to keep doing it so my 11-year-old Hughes, our cameraman, who's filming this, can keep doing it with his children. And after that, the only way that's going to happen is if we work together. And it's not just us, it's all the community. It's us, it's the snowmobilers, it's the people who are using this for bikes, like the Overland. It's the RATS guys who are using this for ATVs and UTVs. All the community's got to come together and preserve what we have, because this is something that could go away, and we don't want it to go away. So I'll leave you with that. I apologize for rambling on. This is the amazing camera work brought to you by an 11-year-old in a 110 that's going down a stony trail. So thank you for this amazing camera work. You can all give him a shout out in the comments. That'd be wonderful. You all have an amazing day.